I don't know how to do this. Starting a YouTube channel. I don't know why. Just because I have funny stories and I don't know what to do with them. So I'm just talk mainly about all the things that I do at work. So here we go. First thing you should know about fast food people who work there is that they do so many hours, so much work, very little pay, and they do it all the time. And you shouldn't treat them like crap. If you don't already know that, you should really listen to that and be nice to people who give you your food, because they could literally spit in it. Not that they would actually do that though. So anyway, where to start? I don't even know. I have lots of stories. So in the fast food industry, people can either be really nice to you, really funny, really mean, or just so incredibly creepy you don't know what to do. And how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? Like for me, I'm a girl, so I get hit on a lot, which is crazy for somebody who looks like me. But so today, there was this guy checking me out, right? And he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I work in customer service, serving food, so I have to be like, "Oh, I'm good. How are you?" Be nice, right? Well, he's like, I'm good. And he's checking me out and I'm just like, I look like this. Like, I haven't even showered in 3 days. Like, what are you doing, right? And then he's like, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm good. How are you? And he's like, good. You look nice. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how do I deal with this, right? How do you deal with so many people every day doing that to you? I mean, sure, it's nice to get compliments every once in a while, but when they do it repeatedly and they're checking you out, that's disgusting, right? I'm still a minor right now. I have 2 more weeks, okay? So they're just back off, dude. So what I did today, I was like, I'm good. You should have seen me a couple months ago though, thanks. And then he's like, oh, what happened? You lose a little bit of weight? I mean, honestly, I did lose a lot of weight actually, but that's not the point. And I was like, no. And I just smiled and he goes, oh? And I'm like, yeah, I used to be a man. And he's like, what? So, if somebody's hitting on you, right? And and you don't know what to do, just tell them, oh, thanks, yeah, I should have seen me a couple months ago. And they're ask why. You're like, I used to be a man. Let me tell you, people he was just okay, he didn't know what to do. Or you can just pretend you're gay too. That's another good thing. People are like, you single, baby? And I'm like, I wish I was. But you know what? Very happy with my girlfriend. And they're like, what? That's just a good way to get rid of people who are creepy and ask you out a bunch of times. I don't know. That's what I do anyway. But sometimes though, it doesn't work. I had this one guy. He's old. He's totally yeah. He's ugh, disgusting. But he went through the drive-thru all the time, and then I would be like, be nice, because that's what you're supposed to do when you work at a fast food place, right? Well, this guy, he wouldn't leave me alone. He would always smile, creepily, and then it'd take him a while to actually leave. Well, one time he was I was like, oh, do you need anything else? And he goes, I'm like, ketchup, what do you need? And then he's like, yeah, I need something else. And I'm like, oh, what is that? And he goes, your number. And I was like, no, bye-bye, have a nice day. And then he's like, then he wouldn't leave. He would just go. And I was like, he's not leaving me alone. So I had to tell one of my managers, and then they're like, she's like, just tell him to go. Just tell him to go. I'm like, I already told him no. I'm not giving him my number. What do I do here? And I'm like, he's like, why can't I have your number? And I was like, because I'm a minor. That didn't work. He's like, why can't I have your number? Why can't I have your number? I'm like, does he not listen to the minor rule? No, bye-bye, wee, that's police coming for you. And then he still doesn't leave, and I'm like, I'm also into girls. That didn't work either, so, Yeah. And then he's still does not move. And then my manager was like, she's a minor, bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. And then he still wouldn't leave. And so we had to get my store manager to go there. And he was like, what's going on? Why aren't you handing out the food? And I'm like, he has his food. He's just not leaving me alone. And then, so then he's like, what? He goes up to him and goes, is there anything else you need? And then he's like, ketchup. And then he drives off. And then he literally comes back 5 minutes later. And I'm like, if he keeps coming through the drive-thru, you need to tell me so I can leave. Like, I can't hand out the food and have him stare at me, and, you know, that's... Anyway, no. Some people are just creepers. Some people will leave you alone when you tell them you used to be a man. And some people will still ask for your number, even though they know you're a minor. And even if you tell them you're gay, like... Some people are just creepy, but... I don't know. So...